Stop trying to live up to this perfect expectation that is not realistic. What's good, y'all? I'm back. Today we're talking about self-doubt. I did say in my last video I would talk about that, and I'm gonna explain a little bit about overcoming self-doubt. So I'm just gonna get right into it. The first thing you really want to do is just realize that you are the underdog. You are the underdog. What does that mean? For those of you who don't know, the underdog basically just means that you have nothing but something to prove. You can't really do worse than where you are now. That sounds kind of bad, but let me explain. So, if you are a basketball team and you're going 0-5, right? So now you're facing a team that's 10-2. You have nothing but something to prove. Even if you lose, it's like, okay, they got another loss. But it's like, well, if you win, you win. I mean, you won. There's really nothing they could say. What they gonna say? Oh, now they're 1-5. I mean, at least I'm not 0-5 or 0-6 at least, because if you win the game. So it's just that type of dynamic. Like when it comes to self-doubt, you really just want to think about the fact that you may feel a certain type of way about you. But like if you got friends, your friends always tell you, bro, like, do you not understand that you helped me with this? Like, you have good insights on that. You always have good perceptions on video games. You always have good ideas about X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So like it's that ties into another point of don't count yourself out so fast. Because when people do that, they don't understand that when they count themselves out, they're quite literally putting themselves in a hole before it's even dug. You didn't even give yourself a chance. Like you didn't even give yourself a chance. Like you quite literally just did not give yourself a chance to actually prosper. So that's why I'm making this video. Give yourself a chance. Just give yourself a chance. And people should start thinking this way. People should start thinking this way, because if you don't think this way, 40 years down the line, you'll be like, I did not listen to myself. Why didn't I do such and such? Like, you don't want to think like that. You don't want to think like that. Like, think about it. 40 years from now, you're telling yourself, I should have went for it. I should have did this. Shoulda, woulda, coulda is what's going to be the reality of your life if you do not think this way. You only have something to prove, especially if nobody knows you. Don't self-sabotage yourself by just being like, nah, I'm not doing it. Like, you don't want to do that. Just don't do it. Now, this frame of mind can really, especially if you're young, because I'm young. I just turned 24 a couple days ago. So especially if you're young, this frame of mind will completely, even if you learn it later, this frame of mind will completely change the way you live. Like, seriously, like it will change the way that you live. I still have problems with this. I'm not saying that, oh, I'm great at this. No, I'm not, because I'm just not. Everything that you learn isn't gonna be perfect as soon as you learn it. You got to let your brain basically like take it through the ringer, be like, okay, what are we really doing here? How do we implement this into everyday life? You got to let the brain turn the gears. You're probably not gonna really learn 100% how to do this until you're probably like, what, you're 20, until you're 30. But the principle is still gonna be there, and you can live by that principle. You know what I'm saying? So like you're gonna have it in your mind, and you're gonna be, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. I'm not gonna ramble. It's gonna be there. What this reinforces is that you just tend to care less about what you think about yourself in a negative way, and what other people think about you, and opinions, all that stuff. You're pretty much zeroing in and being like, okay, well, they might not like my take on this, but my take is also helping people understand XYZ. So don't, just because somebody's saying something, don't count yourself out. That goes the same thing with you. If you feel a certain way about yourself, you're like, oh no, I'm not that good. Well, let's think. If I'm not that good, I can only be better. if I'm not that good, but my friends say I'm good at such and such, you know what I'm saying? Like, just apply that type of logic, because self-sabotage is just real. It is. It is. It really is. So, for example, making YouTube videos. I've thought about being a YouTuber since I was a kid. And this is my second real genuine video, and it feels natural because I'm being real. Like, I am no different from you. I'm no different from you. Obviously, I work, even though I'm not in the union anymore because I don't work at that job, but I work. I don't get paid for this. I'm doing this for me and you. You know, I get to express myself the way I want to. That's a win-win. I get to help people and I get to do stuff that I think is cool. It's just that simple. I used to have self-doubts, still do. Like I said, we got to work on it, right? This is what this is about. Working on stuff, being better people. But I lost my train of thought. But yeah, YouTube videos. I should have been turned on this camera. I should have been talking to people. I should have been doing this. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But here we are now. I don't know where this is going. I don't know if people are going to watch me. I don't know if people are going to like me. That's not necessarily what it's about. It's really about, one, me being genuine. Two, helping people. If somebody doesn't like it, oh well. I'm still counting. Okay, we're going to stop counting because, I mean, obviously. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'm doing it for myself and I'm doing it to help people. If somebody doesn't like it, oh well. If I can help one person, I'm winning. That's literally the whole point of me doing this, is just to help people. And just remember, you're not perfect. You're not. I'm not perfect. The people who don't like you, the people who hate on you, they're not perfect. Your friends, they're not perfect. So stop trying to live up to this perfect expectation that is not realistic. I'm not gonna be this YouTuber that just came, oh, he made 2 videos, he's bald. No, I'm not perfect. I'm not. And I'm not gonna pretend to be perfect. My camera's not perfect. The quality's not perfect. The lighting's not perfect. My haircut's not perfect. So why would I sit here and pretend to be perfect? And I'm saying that to get you to realize that it's okay to not be perfect, because we're being ourselves. We're human. This is what we do. What was that? We're human, man. I mean, it's just that simple. We're just humans. But that, I'm just gonna keep it short. I'm not gonna waste too much time. Just want to get you that, that boost. Uh, when you're seeing this from the last video, it did take me a couple of days. Sorry about that. Just to keep you guys in the loop, transparency. This is what I like to do, just to let you guys know if you got it this far. I like to do this because this is just how I want to do this. Like, I got sticky. I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to make this work and find a formula to make sure I can push out videos for you guys. If that sounded, I know that probably hurt when I moved this, microphone stand, but it's the end of the video. But yeah, we're probably just gonna get into getting stuff, like how to get more, shit done. Yeah. And then I'm gonna also make a more of a sentimental video after that. That'll be video number 4. That'll be the 4th video that I upload. And also, if you're still watching, I'm gonna be uploading all these videos at once, so you guys have something to watch. And I might do 5 videos. I might record one more after the 4th one. Wait, but you're not even. Yeah, well, by the time you're watching this is just like a bonus. If you want to watch this part, you don't have to. I'm just rambling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we're gonna do 2 more videos, and then by the time you see this, you'll be seeing other videos as well. But that's all I got for you guys. Peace.